That does that. Hi, good morning. This weekend is a little bit different, and it will be kind of like this around the new moon of every month, because on the new moons, around the new moons, we do a ritual here at Weird Brook. And so Sarsaparilla is joining us for that new moon spring equinox ritual that we're going to be doing tomorrow. And I am tonight, and I'm so excited about it. I'm going to info dump about it later, and we're gonna make a video so I can like tell you guys all about what it is that we're doing for like the new moon and spring equinox here. So you guys know Morgana. Morgana is the steward of Weird Brook and the legal witch in our coven, and Sarsaparilla is our social media mancer. Did I say that right? I did. And so, yeah, we're going to be doing this reading together. We have not scripted anything. We're just like going with the flow as we do. And before we get started, though, I think that Ocean has some Voice of God announcements for us. So, Ocean.
Thank you, Jen Marie. I do have some announcements today. So, tomorrow we have Celestial Connections, Aries. This is an astrology based workshop where we're going to explore the warrior archetype and how that shows up in your personal Aries, your first house, and with the planet of movement, Mars. Speaking of movement, we have magic moves every Wednesday if you're up for a magical groove, and that starts at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. And we are excited to announce that on Saturday, March 28th, we're going to be live recording our first podcast episode, Wisdom in the Weave, where the Unbound Witches introduce themselves and answer questions and converse about what it's like supporting an international community of neurodivergent witches. And that will be at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern. Back to you, witches at Weird Brook.
We're getting so good at this. Okay, so here's what we're doing. I am going to be doing a divination ceremony where we are asking specifically, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice. The cards that I'm pulling are for the collective. Sarsaparilla and Morgana are you guys pulling too?
Yeah.
They're going to be pulling for themselves. So they're taking that collective reading and then they're dialing it into their specific personal flow. And an example of what we're encouraging you to do at home when we do this divination ceremony. A lot of what we do at Bright and Dark Center is empowering neurodivergent witches to be able to have a practice that is meaningful to them. And the best way to empower a bunch of neurodivergent witches is through community and communal like spaces to be able to practice together. You'll see, it's so much better. It's so much better. Like if you're a solitary practitioner, your practice is valid and valuable. Have you ever have you ever done it with other witches? Okay, I'm going to start by taking 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination. My mind, body, and spirit all in the same place at the same time. We're actually capable of doing this, guys. You being ADHD makes it to where you can do it better, actually. Anyway, here we go. It is so different doing this. Yeah. Hi, guys. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one, for my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space, for our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace.
Phineas.
And grace. We're giving Phineas so much grace.
Phineas.
Okay, they're not.
They're doing their job, keeping us safe. This guy.
Careful who you call.
Oh, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's the keyboard.
Okay. Oh,
it's the chaos.
right.
All right. Now we make our declaration of intention. What are we doing? And we pray to the gods that
Or the
Beastie,
decides to cooperate.
this is Beastie. We believe he is of the Fae.
Definitely.
Sir.
Can you get down, maybe? Can you find some other thing to do?
Baxter,
Yeah.
will you come get your friend,
Can you
please?
come get your BFF?
All right. So our declaration of intention. All right. I choose now in this moment to align with my whole self. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power and I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. All right. Grab your decks and spread them, witches. Let's do this.
This is gonna be
Quite a sound.
We're all going to be bridging our decks all over this table, so. Everything is awesome.
Hi, you guys did a really good job. Thank you.
You guys need to remember that your mic is here, all like Thunderdome style, so you guys need to like arm wrestle for the mic when you need it. We only have 2 mics.
We're like
We can,
we're like hungry hippos.
yeah. This is gonna be great. We just leveled up this reading, guys.
Is it on?
No, it isn't. So you have to like
Hold the button.
right.
Yeah.
Or you could tap me and I'll hand you mine. I can hand you mine too. If you have something to say, but usually our best content is under our breath, like
Right?
to each other. I almost said at each other, and I wouldn't be wrong.
Trying to do it quietly was
Yeah.
not working.
No, I tried.
No.
Sorry.
Like, is that loud? You can mute us if you need to. Like, I get it. If you're into it, if this is like witchcraft ASMR, like, let us know. We'll give you more. We do this all day. Where does our attention need to be today to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? You guys are very quiet, like very quiet. Am I like looking at the wrong?
Yeah, they're
Read.
greeting each other.
Oh, well,
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're in the wrong.
I'm looking at the wrong
on.
thing.
Right here.
Ah,
There we
okay.
go.
I take that back.
You're not fine. Good morning.
You gotta talk to my boobs if you're gonna
Oh,
talk. You gotta direct it here.
good morning.
I would have to set my hair on fire. 80s.
Yeah, right. That's like high stakes communication right here.
Fire does seem to be my element this season.
All right, here we go. Ooh, I know what that card is because it's my
It's your
only
best
priest
one.
one. All right. The King of Wands. Guys, this King of Wands shows up at least once a month this year. At least. So I'm going to read this to you. The King of Wands is a natural born leader of people and very capable and confident in their abilities. The king isn't interested in creativity per se, but rather taking an idea and enlisting others to help in the actualization of it. You have a clear vision of what you want. And the reversed position is, why don't we tug on those reins a bit? You're being brash and abrasive, and your impulsive behavior is about to get you into trouble. There's certainly nothing wrong with knowing what you want, but you're towing the line of selfishness, and it's getting out of control. Reel it in. So what does that card mean to you? I gotta put this out. It's like right in my face. It's my incense boundary. Calm down. I get it. Jeez. You guys are supposed to be focusing, I know. So, and remember that this card, the placement is where our attention, what facet of our relationship with our life needs our attention right now, besides this hair I have right at the end of my nose. I don't know why that happens. Like every morning, the placement of this hair. What is your relationship with this hair at the end of your nose all of the time? And the King of Wands is like the group leader. Like if you're doing a group project, the King of Wands is the one with the vision and is kind of bringing other people in on that vision so that it could be implemented together, because the King of Wands can't do it themselves, right? But the King of Wands, so if we actually look at that person as a character, right? That person can approach that position in so many different ways. It could be, someone who is actually listening to everyone that is participating and figuring out how to get them to work together in a way that is expansive, right? Oh man, girlfriend.
Closed doors in the future.
There's reasons that there are doors on the sluttery room. This is the sluttery room, by the way, and Google it. It's exactly what it is. Anyway, so you have the boss or the leader, the facilitator that is really able to see how valuable like everyone is. And then you have the boss or the leader that's like, my way or the highway. Nobody is as smart as me, and they're just not getting it. And you have to like micromanage them, or you are so caught up in the completion that you're not paying attention to the process, right? And what the relationships that are going on. And I find it interesting that this card keeps coming up, because there's this decision, this looming decision that we keep talking about, that I think that internally you've made the decision, but you haven't quite embraced it in the physical world yet, this is the season for doing that. Whatever this is, whatever your vision is, it requires you to work with other people in some way. And so your relationship with working with other people, either with someone else's, like the leader or the facilitator, or you have to learn how to be a better leader or facilitator. Does that make sense? So you can look at this in a lot of different ways. This could either be highlighting that you are there's someone in your life that is a leader or facilitator that you're having some kind of complicated thing with, or you are then being called to be that guy, but you have this like resistance to being that guy in some way. Does that make sense? Right? Okay. So now we got to look at, do you guys have anything to add, or are you?
No, that's a pretty familiar card.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mine makes sense with that. I pulled the Fool, which, right? Actually, it was a leaper right out of the deck, so I just set that aside because it lines up beautifully with the pull for the collective, because I have been actively in the process of burning my life down and starting over on a new adventure, a new life. And part of it is moving more towards community in this community. So it lines up beautifully with the collective card this morning.
Yeah. Do you want it?
Sure.
So mine dovetails right into Sasparilla's. So I have the Four of Cups reversed, which is like new beginnings, new possibilities, new relationships, right? So Sarsaparilla is here forming tighter, more close-knit relationships with us right this minute. So that just is tidy as usual.
All right. So now we got to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that is blocking our stuff.
Notice the sidelong glance at me who gets to edit all the bleeping out of the video.
Yeah, that's what that was. I'm kind of supposed to be watching my mouth.
Lisa,
I can't see it. Can we read it to you? I got my reading glasses on. I can't see it.
Lisa says my Empress jumped out of my deck. I added back in and reshuffled, and it still showed up.
Lisa. That's fun.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh. Did you guys get all those oohs or did you only get mine? All right, I got the Page of Cups reversed. And again, the placement of what are you in resistance to or in denial of, right? So I'm going to read this. You're feeling down and you're certainly not yourself at the moment. Something is pulling hard on your heartstrings and you're having some big feelings. Take care of yourself. Keep an eye on your mental health and seek out help if things get too heavy. And the upright is, listen to your heart and go with all things sentimental and romantic. Share those tender moments with someone special. Feel free to express your feelings. Dance like no one's watching. And be a giant goof. Have fun and be wild, moon child. So what does that feel like? I can just feel these two buzzing. That's fun. Thanks, guys.
Oh, the card was the Page of Cups reversed.
The Page of Cups reversed. We need like a 4-pack of lapel mics, like
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
There's so many of us
Mhm.
here
That's
all
good.
the time.
That's noted. Mhm.
All right. Are you ready for me to dive into this? Because all right. What's interesting about this is that it keeps pinging the ritual we're doing tonight. For me, that's what keeps pinging. So I have a question. Okay. How do I say this? It's a good one. It's such a good one. What are you doing for your mental health right now? What sounds like fun? How long has it been since you've had fun? Like went out and experienced something just for the joy of it. That is especially if it's like goofy and silly. When was the last time that you like were goofy and silly, especially with other people? That playfulness. So many of us have that special flavor of autism that struggles with a lot of the like goofy silliness kinds of things. And so we have to dig a little deeper for it. But it is still medicine for us. Like it's really incredible medicine. The ritual that we're doing tonight is very playful and is engaging with our inner child in very specific ways. And on the new moon, in our new moon rites, we dance together. Dancing is a really big part of embodying the work that we're doing. And this is like highlighting like your relationship with that too. When was the last time you danced just because it felt good? Right? And your resistance to being silly and playful is what is influencing your relationship with being a fucking leader, being a leader, being like a facilitator, holding space, being really good at that. Because again, whatever your dream is, it is deeply like connected to your ability to work with other people in one way. Again, either being the facilitator or being facilitated. Is that a thing? It isn't. It is now. It is now.
Hold on, let me facilitate you.
Prepare to be facilitated. Okay, so apparently they got who wants to.
Mine's pretty tidy with your pull. Mine's the magician upright. So speaking of the kind of creativity and imagination and using your talents and originality. So I'm one of those brands of autism that struggles with imagination and play. Pretend, that's not a thing that I did as a kid, really. So as Jen said, I have to dig deep for that. But tonight we're dressing up like superheroes. So these rituals really help me. They give me a vehicle to create those neural pathways, because it's hard for me by myself. So this is just tiny, just beautiful.
Yeah, sorry. Let's find out just how flammable things are. And you're supposed to hand it to me. Science. For science. And yes, this cackling happens all day long in Weird Brook. You can hear it from wherever you are, and it's wonderful. I love it so much. But yes, it does happen all day. So I pulled the strength reversed, which also lines up with this and what's going on in my life right now, and how deeply I'm having to dig into my inner strength. I also have a lot of struggle with imagination and play. Always did, even as a child. But this reminds me that it's timely, right? Because we have this ritual tonight. I'm so excited to dress up, and I can use this play and this ritual to help build and fuel my inner strength for everything that I am working through right now, and I can take that home with me when I have to go home. This visit is over. But yeah, but I will be able to carry with me what we do tonight and the work that we do in order to fuel that inner strength for what I need going forward.
Claire wants to know what our superheroes are.
Okay, you guys are going to make me explain this ritual, aren't you?
I think that's great. Yeah.
All right, so now's the time that I'll explain the ritual and we don't have to film it later. Okay, so the new moon ritual at Weird Brook. I almost want to go grab my book, but
Do you want to?
no, I'm going to wing
I
it.
can go get it for you.
I'm going to wing it.
All right, let's
I'm going to
go.
wing it.
Let's go. Put on your boots.
No, I'm going to go get my book.
And we're gonna riff.
I knocked my water.
Oh no. Leading leaders is different. Yes, Heather, leading leaders is different. Absolutely. And collaborating in a way that is non-hierarchical is different too. Takes a lot of presence. Here she is. Book in hand.
Okay, so at bright and dark and on the path of a witch born of shadow, we call March the tender moon. And we do a lot of inner child work and work in cultivating presence intentionally. So that's important context to know kind of why we're doing what we're doing anyway. When I write rituals, group rituals, what the witches come wearing is a part of that. I incorporate the preparation for the ritual in the workings that we're doing, because they have to really think about what it is they're going to wear, because they get prompts like this. You want to wait. So their prompt was, come as someone your child self would have seen as a hero, not cosplay per se, but if they saw you, they would clock you as the good guy or the powerful ally. So that's what they're going to come to the ritual as. And in the ritual, they are going to introduce this hero, but as their child self. So I'm going to pull them into their child selves. And as their child selves, they're going to introduce their hero, who is their champion in this ritual. Their champion is going to the mailman.
mailman's here.
The mailman's here,
take
so
her
all
out.
hell could break loose,
Take her out.
possibly. So I'm gonna go for as long as I can. So, the hero is their champion in the dance. They are dancing for the child self, and we will be dancing around a basket of seeds, and these are the seeds that we're going to be planting, growing food for the community here at Weirdbrook and for the events that we have here at Weirdbrook, because we prioritize farm to table food, or food that we have like processed ourselves. Okay. Also, the other day when we had the Unbound does a ritual called the Witch's Call, where we support witches magically who are trying to find themselves. And when we did that ritual, right afterward, we actually selected the seeds that we were going to be planting. And then Morgana and I went into the kitchen or something.
No, we split up. I don't know. You went this way and I went this way. We were coming back together.
And then, did you hear that? So we split up and then we came back together, and on the ground right there in the middle of this walkway was a crystal that like was the size of an ice cube. So not a small crystal, not a crystal that one of the critters would have like knocked off somewhere, but we've never seen this crystal before. So clearly it wants to be involved in this magical working that we're doing. So we're going to lean into it. It's a quartz crystal, a clear quartz crystal. Yeah. And so we're going to be charging that crystal with this dance and planting it in the middle of the garden that we're going to be planting this year, all of our fields. That was a strange sound.
I think she hit the pipe.
Okay. And yeah, so that's the ritual that we're going to be doing. So we're charging the crystal and the seeds specifically with hero, champion energy. We're embodying the champion for our child self and charging that crystal with that. So all of the food that we're growing will also be charged with that champion hero vibe. Right?
Yeah,
I want to eat champion food.
Yeah, it'll keep us safe, right? Yep. Sorry. It'll keep us safe. That's the point of that. That's why we're trying to move towards food sovereignty. So I'm dressing up, as to answer the original question, I am just dressing up as Robin Hood, because my little kid self was really into like any kind of protector. Not just my little kid self, my adult self is also into that. So it was between Robin Hood, Aragorn, and Sarah Connor from Terminator. So I picked Robin Hood.
I had to think a lot about this. This was a really difficult one. And I decided to do like a little cross-generational thing, because nothing was resonating with me from my actual childhood, but something from now was really resonating with me. So we're doing a little time travel with mine. Mine is going to be a Violet Sorengale fourth wing dragon rider hero. What I love about Violet is a very klutzy bookworm who defies all odds and makes it through dragon riding school. And without giving away too much of the fourth wing book, has a telepathy power with the dragons and stuff like that. So I just really love her, and it reminds me so much of myself and my path to power. So yeah, I'm gonna be a dragon rider.
This was a really hard one for me, actually, because I am so villain coded. I really, really struggled with the hero, and I've done so much work on that savior complex stuff. And so my relationship with heroes is very like different, but that's not the prompt. The prompt is my child self, right? Before I did all of that like work. And so what I ended up doing is kind of like a cross between a Jedi wizard, because my mama used to read fantasy and to us all the time. And I think like Star Wars was kind of pretty big when I was a kid. So yeah, I think that's where I leaned to, and the whole like resistance thing. Right. I'm all about a good resistance. Revolution.
You're rebel coded.
I am rebel coded hard. Yeah. So my hero is rebel coded too. I should say that is better. That's better.
Rebel coded.
Yeah.
That's how I think rebel coded fits for most of us as well.
Yeah. We all have a lot to say, so passing a mic is really hard to do. By the way,
I think it needs a wand type thing, because I feel like passing something like that might be feel more comfortable to us.
You want up here? Is that what's happening?
yes, we play favorites on who gets to be up here with us because of their nature.
I was gonna say Cleo. This is Cleo. She's not gonna cause any harm. She won't do things just for fun to cause destruction, which Beastie will do 1,000,000%.
Yeah, he can't help himself. He's attracted to the chaos, and it's so wonderful. And
there goes yours.
There's my perfect familiar right there, Baxter, my sweet baby cat. Okay, so no Princess Leia. Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't go Leia. I totally went like Yoda.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go, witches. We're going to be back tomorrow to do this divination ceremony again, the three of us, and with the magical hangover. No, because we're going to be doing our before and after care, which is so important. For us serious ones, this seems like a challenge to I can't read.
Double check where the serious is natural or if it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, that's such a good one. Oh, that's a good one. If you can't tell, we're pretty excited about that.
That was really good.
And this is all about a lot of the work that we do through the Resource Center, Bright and Dark Center, is helping you find your edges. Like, what is me, mine, and of my path, and what is my social conditioning or a trauma response? What is my system really saying? How connected am I really? How does that even work? We're very much about the nuts and bolts and figuring out how your unique experience. And yeah, was good.
That was a good.
And that's like having a safe place to be able to explore that and be encouraged, right? To like be clumsy and weird about it and decide that you don't want it, and that's totally okay, or decide that this is the best thing ever. It's about trying, being brave and trying new things, right? Okay, let's close out this working. Take a deep breath, hand on your heart. Or a cat. Do what works. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, we now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, witches. And remember, if you can't be good at it. All right. Bye.